Bill Press, who is one of the smartest guys I know, a friend, a colleague. He does the Bill Press Show, runs in the morning, 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. His website, BillPressShow.com. I thought it was just BillPress.com, Bill.
BillPressShow.com. Hey, Tom, how are you?
Great to have you with us. BillPressShow.com. Okay. And you've got a brand new book out, The Obama Hate Machine, The Lies, Distortions, and Personal Attacks on the President and Who is Behind Them. This is fascinating stuff, Bill. Let's start with the lies and distortions. What are they?
Well, first of all, Tom, I just want you to know, I'm still trying, and I will always be trying to catch up with you in terms of writing books, Tom.
Let's not make it a competition.
You're what, 19 now?
23.
Oh, get out. All right. Okay. Well, I better start writing faster at that. No, look, the Obama hate machine is real, right? And it's led by the Koch brothers. I think, and I went through, as you and I always do, in researching for a book like this, our history in terms of criticism of presidents goes with the territory. I mean, you expect it, and God bless America, we're all free to do it. But the kind of attacks that have been leveled against President Obama, from the time he was a candidate for U.S. Senate, from the time he was a candidate for president, and as president, I think are the most personal, negative, ugly kind of, attacks that any president has had to withstand since Abraham Lincoln. And we think of Abraham Lincoln, as Saint Abraham, but during his lifetime, he had some pretty ugly attacks leveled against him.
Well, he was vilified to the point that he was assassinated.
I mean,
God forbid. I'm reluctant to even bring up the word, but
right. But they, and they talked about his physical appearance, his wife, his kid. I mean, it was ugly, ugly stuff. And I think if we haven't seen that till we've seen Obama, where he's been called, we've all talked about this, right? It's not just that you disagree with his policies, these people do, but he's been called a communist, a fascist, a Nazi, a terrorist, a jerk, by Rush Limbaugh, famously, right? And other words we can't repeat. And it's all part of an organized campaign to take him down.
Well, I was a couple of years ago. Obama was president. I think it was about 2 years into his presidency. I was in a gun shop in Michigan, trying to buy some .40 caliber ammunition for my brother and I to do some competitive shooting. He's got a little shooting range out in his backyard. He lives way out in the middle of nowhere, and he and his wife are really into competitive shooting. They don't hunt, but it's like fun.
Yeah.
And the guy would only sell me 2 boxes of ammunition. And I said, why? And he said, because that, and throws the N-word out, president is trying to take away our guns and people are stocking up. And I'd been in that gun shop a lot of times over the years, and because often I go back to Michigan and my brothers and I go out shooting, and usually the walls were full of ammunition, and he was almost empty. I mean, this guy was wiped out. There was a Michigan-wide... you couldn't buy any caliber ammunition. I mean, Steve has a 38 and a 40 and a 45, and I think and a 22, and what all. I mean, we couldn't get anything.
That's scary.
And they were rationing it, and the reason why was because of these viral emails that had just gone nuts across the Midwest. And I'm assuming that they're all over the country, about how Obama was going to come and take your guns, how they were going to start putting registration numbers on all the bullets so they can track everything back to you.
Yeah, again, the
blah,
lies.
blah, blah.
He's done nothing except give a speech in Tucson. He's done nothing about gun control.
I know. He's been far less active than George Bush was.
Absolutely. And look on the business side, and that's where the Koch brothers are going after him mainly. I mean, things have never been better for these corporate fat cats. Corporate profits are higher than they ever. The Dow 3-year record on Friday. The job numbers are going down, and things are booming, and yet they're claiming that he wants to destroy the economy and bring America down. And that's the whole gist, of course, the Romney campaign, but also the Koch brothers. So last weekend, Tom, right, 2 days before my book came out, Tuesday, 31st, 2 days before, the Koch brothers had yet another one of their biannual summits in Palm Springs, California. This one didn't get much attention. And with their corporate fat cats, they raised $100 million for this 2012 campaign.
All right, David and Charles, I think, committed $30 million of their own to that. Yeah, Li Fong, we had Li Fong on the show. He crashed the party there.
I know he did. He is great.
He's the one guy who got in. Yeah, he's spectacular. And we're talking with Bill Press, his new book, The Obama Hate Machine, The Lies, Distortions, and Personal Attacks on the President and Who is Behind Them. I was saying in the first hour of this program, given Citizens United and given what we saw in South Carolina and Florida in just the Romney-Gingrich debate, and this is two guys in the same party, the vitriol and the personal animus in these ads and run by these third-party groups, that I think that the swift boating of John Kerry is, we're going to look back on that after the 2012 election and say, oh, that was easy. That was nothing.
That's right. No, mild, right? Mild compared to the way these two guys you mentioned, Gingrich and Romney, have gone after each other. But just imagine what they have in store for Obama.
So what do you think are the main hits against Obama that they're, I mean, the conventional wisdom is going to go against his strength. That's why they went against Kerry's war record. He was a decorated war hero, so they had to turn him into a whatever, the opposite of that.
Yeah, right.
What will it be with Obama?
I think they'll.
What is it so far?
It's a great insight that they do go against their strength. In other words, what appeals to people about Obama is what they'll try to destroy, right? And I think two things. One that immediately come to mind. One is he is a person who tries to work with the other side and takes his time and tries to achieve compromise and get things done that way. As we have talked many times on your show and mine, right? Which drives liberals like us crazy.
We wish you'd do a little less of that and a little more kicking of ass. But
exactly.
That's, but
right.
still.
But they will accuse him of being somebody who is totally, which is just the opposite of what the reality is, right?
Right.
Somebody who is unwilling to reach out, who is unwilling to work with anybody, who is a partisan, liberal, obstructionist Democrat, right, who doesn't give a damn about the majority of the American people. He's just with the left wing, the Michael Moores and the Thom Hartmans and the Bill Presses of this world. And then I think the other thing is, as we still have a long way to go, but he has done a remarkable job, I think, in bringing this economy back, and the numbers show it. And they will still, no matter, unemployment could get down to 5%, and they'll still say he's the guy that destroyed jobs, destroyed the economy, and took us, down the toilet, when in fact it was George Bush who did it, and he's the one who's bringing us back.
Yeah, well, this is, Mitt Romney, clip number 4, Jacob, if you can quickly pull this out. This is very short. Here you go.
He's been trying to take a bow for 8.3% unemployment. Not so fast, Mr. President. We welcome any good news on the jobs front. But it is thanks to the innovation of the American people in the private sector and not to you, Mr. President.
So there you go, Bill. It's like, if the economy gets better, Romney's going to say, hey, it was my rich buddies who did it. And if the economy gets worse, he's going to say, hey, it was Obama who did it. What do you do?
No. It's just amazing. You know why Romney is saying that, of course, is because the entire premise of his campaign, right, is washing away. It's slowly being eroded because every day as the economy gets better, the case for a guy like Romney, the fixer, right, disappears.
Right.
And he sees that happening.
So the Republicans are going to have to really hurry up and try to crash the economy between now and November. Totally obstruct anything that might help rebuild the economy.
And they will.
Yeah,
I was going to say, if you look at how much lower the unemployment rate would be if they had passed the public sector jobs bill, which the Republicans killed, if they had passed the construction workers infrastructure bill, which they killed, if they would pass the payroll tax cut, which they only did for 2 months, right? We'd be in a hell of a lot better shape. They're going to be obstructionist all the way through November.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you. Bill Press, BillPressShow.com, the new book, The Obama Hate Machine, The Lies, Distortions, and Personal Attacks on the President and Who is Behind Them. Must reading. Get your copy now. Bill, thanks so much for being with us.
Hey, Tom, you're great. Thanks so much. See ya.
Great to see you.